discusses about inventory control. Inventory control in hospital is more than just procurement and usage. The proper controls and processes can save millions in healthcare costs. About the definition of the term inventory control, it is a scientific system which indicates us what to order, when to order, how much to order, how much to stock, so that purchasing cost and storing cost are kept as low as possible. Inventory control is a scientific system which indicates few important things: what to order, when to order, how much to order, and how much to stock related to material, so that the purchasing cost and storing cost of material are kept as low as possible. Coming to function or objective of inventory control. To carry adequate stock always, so that the hospital or department will never run out of stock. Second objective, to order sufficient quantity so that order cost can be reduced. Third, to keep the stock always sufficient quantity to minimize inventory carrying cost or simply storage cost. Fourth objective, to make judicial selection of limiting the quantity of perishable item and costly material. We need only minimum quantity of perishable item or costly material. Next, to take advantage of seasonal or cyclic variation on availability of material to order the right quantity at the right time. Every material is available on all 365 days of the year. It may be cyclical or it may be seasonal. So understand about the nature of this material and order at the right time. So inventory control helps to achieve the seasonal nature of material. Next objective, to provide safety stock at all ways, to take care of fluctuation in demand on consumption during the lead time. We will see what is lead time later. So, inventory control helps to maintain safety stock at all time, because in a hospital, any time demand may go increase or the consumption of a material may be increased. So, maintain the safety stock. Proper inventory control helps to maintain this objective. Next, to ensure optimum level of inventory holding to minimize the total inventory cost. Always minimum optimum level, not understock or overstock. That is a last objective of inventory control. Coming to two principles of inventory management or control, that is determine the order quantity and determine the reorder point. So determining of these two principles are very important or very crucial in maintaining inventory control. Coming to few concepts relevant in controlling inventory cost. One is periodic or cyclic system. It is otherwise called periodic or fixed interval system. Here, the placement of order or ordering of a material depends on the stock on hand and the rate of consumption. The ordering interval is fixed, say for example every 6 months, but the quantity to be ordered varies each time. Sometimes there may be 50, sometimes there may be 100. Every 50 is ordered every 6 months, next 6 months 100 may be ordered. The ordering interval is kept fixed or periodic, for example 6 months, but the order quantity may vary depending on the rate of consumption. That is periodic or cyclical system of ordering. Next system is called a two-bin system. It is a system where the stock of each item is held in two bins. For example, two bins are filled with syringes. Then when one bin goes short, the order is made for that item, but the other bin will remain there for use. That is called a two bin system. Same item is stored in two bin. When one bin lacks the item, the order is made. The other bin will be available for stock or available for use until the new stock arrives. The third concept is called a lead time. Lead time is nothing but the average number of days between placing an intent or an order and receiving the material. The number of days that has to be passed for ordering the material and receiving the material is called lead time. Next concept is minimum or safety or buffer stock. It is the amount of stock that should be kept in reserve to avoid stock out in case the consumption or demand increases unexpectedly, or if any reason the lead time turns to be longer than normal. Lead time is nothing but the number of days between ordering an item and receiving an item. Sometimes a material consumption may increase unexpectedly or lead time may become longer. In that case, there should not be no stock of out item, or there should not be any stock out of the item. That time, a buffer stock or safety stock or minimum stock has to be maintained. Next concept is called maximum order level. This is the maximum quantity of a material that has to be stocked, beyond which an item must not be there in the inventory. The maximum quantity of item that has to be stored in the storeroom is called the maximum order level. Next, reorder level. It is the point at which we have to give an order for procurement of an item for replenishing or refilling the stock. Now we will see the types of inventory control. There are two types of inventory, official inventory and unofficial inventory. Official inventory is nothing but the material lying or keeping in the main store, but the item which are not issued to the user department or user units are not considered. Only the item which are kept in the main store comes under official inventory. Coming to unofficial inventory, these are the material that are issued to the user department or user units like dispensary, CSST, laundry, wards, OPD, theatre, etc. Then, in case of forecasting or demand estimation, these items are not considered. So, it is called unofficial inventory for hospital. So, unofficial inventory is a material which are issued to the user department. Official inventory are the item or material which are still kept in the stores of the hospital. Coming to types of inventory cost. There are 5 types of inventory cost: ordering cost, carrying cost, shortage cost, total inventory cost and lead time. About ordering cost, this is the cost of getting an item into the store, or this is the cost of purchasing an item. Then carrying cost, it is the cost of holding an item in the store till it is used or issued out. Shortage cost is nothing but the cost incurred both directly and indirectly due to shortage of the item. Then total inventory cost consists of carrying cost and ordering cost. Carrying cost plus ordering cost is together called a total inventory cost. Then lead time, as we have seen already, it is a time which has elapsed between placing an order till the same items are received, stocked and ready to use. Then we will see the core concept of inventory control, that is the methods of inventory control. There are 8 methods: ABC analysis, BED analysis, HML analysis, XYZ analysis, FSN analysis, SDE analysis, goal analysis and SOS analysis. We will see in short what are these methods. First one is ABC analysis. It is the process of classifying an item by considering their value of consumption. So classifying an item based on the value is called ABC analysis. In ABC analysis, the materials are classified into 3 categories: category A, B and C. In category A, high value items comes or high cost item comes. In category B, moderate value item or moderate cost items comes. In C, low value or low inventory items are included. Here you can see the classification or category, the percentage of item and the percentage of value or animal consumption. In class A or category A, 10% of the hospital items are included. This 10% of hospital items are used at the maximum rate, that is almost at the 70%. Then in category B, 20% of hospital items comes, they are used at the moderate consumption, that is 20%. In category C, 70% of items are included, they are consumed at the minimum cost. In A category, minimum percentage of items are included, but they have high consumption value. In B category, 20% of items which have about 20% or moderate consumption value. Then in C category, 70% of item comes in contrast to A item, which is consumed only minimum or only 10%. Then in class A, since they are high cost item, there must be high level of control and there must be minimum stock level. There must be frequent verification and there will be close control and review. In category B, the control is not as tight as A but more than C. In control C, it includes inexpensive item or minimum cost item and that can be purchased in large quantity, and there will be minimum clerical effort to control and there can be large safety stock. High control is required for class A item because it involves high value or high cost. Class B, moderate control, and class C, since these are inexpensive item, minimum control is required. That was about ABC analysis. Second important method is VED analysis. Here, the items are classified based on their criticality. Then, their value in the operation of the hospital. Most of the items can be classified as vital, essential, and desirable. The items are classified based on their criticality or based on their importance of usage. They are vital item or vital material, essential material, and desirable material. That is VED. V for vital, E for essential, D for desirability. Then what comes under vital item? Example, adrenal injection, steroid preparation. These vital items, if they are absent or if they are shortage, even for a short period of time, it will seriously hamper the work of the hospital. So the shortage or absence of an item, if it hampers seriously the work of the hospital, that item is called the vital item. Example, adrenal injection. Then essential items are those items the shortage or absence of which cannot be tolerated more than a day or so, which are likely to cause disruption of normal activity. If essential items are short or absent for a day, there will not be much problem. But if it is more than a day, then there will be disruption of normal activity. Example, shortage of IV fluid. Category under VED system is desirable item. These are definitely needed, but the work can continue or work will not be disrupted even without this item for a period of time. Example, analgesics, vitamins, etc. Next type of inventory control is HML. HML is H for high, M for medium, and L for low. It is classified according to unit value of an item. One syringe, what is the value or what is the cost? Or one strip of medicine, what is the cost? So based on the unit, the items are classified. That is high value, medium value, and low value. If the unit cost is high, that item is high value. The unit cost is medium, that comes under medium value. And if the unit cost is very low, that will be included in the low cost item. That is HML analysis. Next system is XYZ analysis. That is, X item are those whose stock value are high and Z items are those stock values are very low. So in the item in between X and Z, that is high and low value, is called a Y item. Then FSN analysis. Next system. F for fast moving, S slow moving, and N non moving. That is, the classification is based on movement of an item. If there is fastly consumed or fastly moved from the storeroom, that is F, slow S, and non-moving N. Next classification is SDE, that is S, scarce to obtain, D, difficult to obtain, and E, easy to obtain. That is, SDE analysis is based on source of supply. If the source is very scarce, then S. If the source is difficult, then D. And if the source is very easy to obtain or it is very easily available in the market, then it is E. Next inventory control system is Golf analysis. That is, it is based on the supplier. If it is by government supplier, it is G. Ordinary supplier, it is O. Local supplier, it is L, and it is from the foreign country or foreign supplier, it is F. Next is SOS analysis. That is, if the material is seasonal, then it is S. Then if the material is off season or if it is available off season time, then it is OS. So S for seasonal, OS for off season times. Thus, we have seen 8 methods of inventory control, which are the core concept under this topic. In this, the first two that is ABC analysis or VED analysis, are very important for practical use and examination use. Now we will see different benefits of inventory control. First one, it ensures adequate supply of material for use. It minimizes inventory cost and facilitates purchasing of economies. It eliminates duplication in ordering. It ensures better utilization of available stock. It provides a check against loss of materials. It facilitates cost accounting activities. It enables comparison of cost. It locates and disposes inactive and obsolete items. It is consistent and reliable basis for financial statement. Coming to condemnation, the other side of inventory control. There are some material which cannot be used no longer or which are deteriorated or declared as unfit, become obsolete, or it has to be banned. And this item has to be considered for condemnation or disposal. Then the criteria of condemnation. An equipment or a material has to be condemned when it has become any of these 5 criteria. 1. It is non-functional and beyond economical repair. Second criteria, if an equipment is non-functional and obsolete. Third, if it is functional but it is obsolete. Then if it is functional and hazardous. And finally, if it is functional and no longer required. If any of these 5 criteria are met, that item has to be condemned or disposed. Coming to procedure of condemnation, there must be a condemnation committee minimally consisting of 3 or more people. Then, if an item is declared as condemned, the committee goes to inventory records right from the point of demand estimation to the distribution level of particular condemned item and will find out the reason or criteria why this item needs to be condemned. Then, if they see that this item has to be condemned or disposed, they will give recommendation for disposal of the item, and the final hospital authority gives sanction for final disposal of the item in the proper method as per the policy. In this video, we have discussed in detail about different techniques of inventory control and the condemnation procedure. Thanks for listening.